What's going on, folks? All right, whoa. All right, this is the DS450. Sorry, it's a mess down here, but this is where I have it right now. DS450. It's a portable storage system. It's part of DeWalt's TOUGHSYSTEM. In my mind, absolutely the best storage containers out there, storage boxes, whatever you want to call them. I have the 400 that's been on my trailer for 2 years. Still going strong. Still going strong. Yeah, I mean, if you already have their TOUGHSYSTEM, this will be a great addition. Like I said, it's portable. I'm going to go over that in a second. I went over Rigid's storage system, their heavy duty storage system, and that, let me tell you, that is a nice, tough storage unit. Also, pretty much the same way as their TOUGHSYSTEM works. A little bit different, a little bit cheaper in price. So they're both very good options. I haven't used the Rigid personally, but just going over it, and I got a lot of feedback on that video of just people who have it, and they're saying great things about it. So if you're in the market for, a portable, stackable storage system, the DeWalt and the Rigid right now, I think, are the two leaders in that. I have the Bosch stackable storage units there, so I can easily see them cracking. I don't really use the system as much as my DeWalt's, specifically because I don't really use my Bosch tools as much anymore. But this is a great system. All right, so this, by the way, I got at Home Depot. It's special right now. It's $59.99. I still think it's that price. I got this probably 3-4 weeks ago. All right, my heater just went on. Let me pause this. All right. The boiler is off. All right, so it's pretty much just like your other TOUGHSYSTEM boxes. You got two side handles here, made out of that tough resin type plastic. Here's your wheels. Your basic plastic wheels, but they're very well made, strong. I like the way that they did this handle. Even comparing it to the Rigid one that I saw. I just like this system better. If you remember from that video, the Ryobi handle was very loose. How this works is you just press this down right here, and you pull up. Pretty simple. Sorry. So, push down, and if you push it down, it slides back down. So this is what gives you, it kind of unlocks it right there. You see? So, real simple to use, but like I said, with the Ryobi, with the Rigid, it was very flimsy, kind of cheap. I don't want to say cheap because a lot of you guys have some real good things to say about it. It is loose for my liking, but I guess it's still holding up fine. Like I said, a lot of people seem to like it, but this one is definitely more secure. Looks like it's a little bit better built, but you're paying a little bit of a premium. You got to remember, this box, just by itself, normally is $99. So you can get the whole Rigid system right now. You can get the big portable with the handle storage unit, with a medium storage unit, and then for free you get the smaller unit with the little storage boxes that you could put your nails and stuff like that in. So you have to think about it. You're going to pay a premium for the DeWalt system, but for me, it's well worth it because I have nothing but great things to say about it. Size-wise, you got a handle here also, if you want to carry it. Sometimes you might not be able to use the wheels, or you want to, bring it up a flight of stairs or something. Let me put that down. Size-wise, it's pretty much the same size as your 400. It just has wheels. So, if you don't need the wheels, you can save yourself probably $40 just by getting the 400. But I think for for the money, especially right now it's on sale for $59. This is a no-brainer because the 400 is like $59. Actually, it might be a little bit more. It might be like 65. So you're paying like $5 less maybe, or about the same price, and you're getting that portable capabilities with the wheels and all that. But like I said, it's pretty much the same size as the 400. You can fit a lot of different stuff in here. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put the dimensions below, or they're actually going to pop up in this video as I'm doing this review. I'll have the dimensions. You get this little kind of like a little tool tray. You know, you could put your wrenches, your hammers, and you know, you could take it out and put it on there. Or you know, you might have your recip saws or your circular saws, whatever you're going to store in here. You know, they might be on the bottom, and you might not need them. You might just need your wrenches or your screwdrivers or your hammer. You could just take it out and do what you got to do. I want to show you a real great thing with this, because for any of you guys who are into that, the DeWalt portable heater, this is a great storage box for that. And I'm going to show you, because that is like I think it was 15 pounds. And instead of lugging that around, I'm going to show you what you can do with it. All right, so we have the 450 here. You know, a lot of you guys were asking about if that DeWalt heater would fit inside this box. Because during the video, I had it laying on top. Well, not laying, I had it sitting on top. But what's awesome about it, it fits right in here. So if you ever wanted to, you know, use this heater, and this is, you know, it's 15 pounds. It's not that light. You know, you can throw it in one of these boxes, and if, you know, you got to go to the job site or whatever, and instead of carrying it in one hand, you can kind of put it in one of these boxes and you have wheels now. So there's a lot of different, you know, things you can do with this box. I'm going to show it right now. I'm going to put one of the, I think it's the 150, I'm going to put on top of it just to show you how it works. And then I'm going to put the power station on top of that, so you can see a full, you know, system. You know, we're going to have the 450 with the 150, then the power station, and I'll show you how portable and everything like that. All right, here it is with the 150 locked in. You know, not that much bigger. You know, the 150 is the smallest of the TOUGHSYSTEM cases. So, you know, I'll show you it with the handle up. So you still got plenty of room, kind of where, you know, if you're going to use this, you know, you don't want to go too high with this. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But, you know, I wouldn't put the 400 and a 150 on top of it. You know, yes, you can do it, but over time, if you're going to have a lot of weight and, you know, it's going to be really uncomfortable also. I mean, if you have two 400s on here, you kind of want to keep it, you know, about so high here, just, you know, so you can kind of move it around better and stuff like that. And, you know, when they get real heavy, they start to be a pain. And again, you know, these wheels, I'm sure, are built, and, you know, this DeWalt TOUGHSYSTEM's made really well. But, I mean, that's up to you. But generally, I would, you know, if you're going to put a 400, that's all I would do. Maybe sometimes put the 150 on top of it if you have to. But I wouldn't make a habit of doing that. Now we're going to put on the power station. All right, so this is a setup that I think, you know, any tradesman, contractor, carpenter, whatever you're doing, plumber, this can really set you up to really whatever job site you're doing. I mean, you got the 450 here, like I said, which you can fit a lot of stuff in. You know, your circular saws, your recip saws, whatever you want to, your drills, your batteries. You can get the Kaizen, you know, the foam, if, you know, for these things. I've seen them all the time. But like in this right now, I have a drill. I'll show you actually. An impact, a charger, batteries. I got the heater in here. And to power, you know, if you want to use corded tools, You know, if you got a corded recip or a corded circular saw, whatever, you know, you got the power station here. You can configure these any way you want. That's what makes this great. You know, I think it's a great, great idea by DeWalt. I think the Rigid has been out a while with that wheeled storage one. Like I said, they've been around for like a year and a half, that Rigid. I never really went that close up to them, but I know that that big one with the wheels has been out a while. Not sure if DeWalt, you know, saw kind of how well that worked, that they decided to come out with this. But, you know, you can put that radio on here. You know, this is just the power station, but you could put the radio on here. You know, and you can even put the radio in the middle and still be at that height where, you know, you can kind of, you know, if you're going to use the power station. But, you know, you can do whatever you want to do. But here it is. Like I said, you can tool around with these at Home Depot if you're interested. I was there the other day and they had all of them. You know, look at them. They're made really well. It's all I can tell you is that I have used these. That's pretty much, these are the storage containers I use. And I like them. And yeah, let me just show you real quick what I got in here. Hold on. Yeah, so this is the 150. I got this as a kit last year. To be honest with you, I haven't really even used this. I have these two. Remember, I was telling you guys I have a 771 and the 885 I bought. But I'm still using the one that I'm beating up pretty good. This also came with the light. I got this for like 150 last year after Christmas. So remember, guys, after Christmas, whatever doesn't sell, you can really find some good deals on. Because I think this regularly sold, I think it was like $239. You know, during the holidays, they were doing this kit here with the 150. So I got it for $149. But this is just showing you, you know, the different setups that you can put in it. Like I said, now you got your drill, you got your impact, you got a light, you got your charger, you got your battery, you got your heater in here, but you can have your circular saw, your recip saw, whatever you want to put in, and then you got the power station here. So DeWalt TOUGHSYSTEM DS450 portable with the wheels, with the handle, $59 at Home Depot. Go get it.